My first question is, since Tritype is working with 3 types, how can we use that for growth? So my core type is a 4, but my other 2 types are 7 and 9. So I read an Enneagram 4 book, and it talks about integration to 1. Could I also grow as a person from integrating my 7 to a 5 or my 9 to a 3? Should I do that should I learn more about the other 2 types and then kind of employ strategies for those?
Absolutely. And more importantly, when you know about the other types, then you, just like we did with the wings, you want to see what's canceled out. So with 4, 7, 9, what you have to do is not show your pain and suffering as much as you want to, because it makes people pull away from you. That's the way the 4, 7, 9 feels. Now, they usually don't have the ENFP, but when they do, it is the happier 4, the 4 identified with potentially bringing happiness rather than feeling it. 4 with 7 in the Tritype does bring a search for happiness. But what happens is that if people know you to be that kind person that is sensitive and caring, if you then start displaying the unpopular aspects of envy, then people are going to go, whoa, I thought you were this kind of a person. And then the 4 will feel rejected, showing their full self, because of course, envy is a defense strategy to feeling inadequate. So you want to make something else inadequate so you can feel neutral. It's actually a good defense strategy. It just doesn't work well with others, if that makes sense. So if you're truly the 4, 7, 9, that would be a real dilemma for you.
Okay.
But you need to know that you would have also, in addition to a fear of being inadequate, flawed, and defective, you would also fear being inferior and trapped or limited. And you would have a fear of lovelessness. So I find it's best to take the core fears of the 3 types, because that integration disintegration was an error. Naranjo said he was misquoted, and he never taught that you integrate to one type over the other. Your lines of connection are always operating. So if you're integrating to the high side of the whole system. If you're disintegrating to the whole side of each type in your Tritype, of the wing types, all of it. So I think it's really important for that to be out there. Unfortunately, most books have some form of integration, disintegration, or stress and security. But it was an error in 1971 that was disseminated through 2 particular teachings. And people just don't realize it. And then if you read all these books with it, then you think it's real. But look at the area of integration when you're disintegrating, because you're doing both. I have 5 as my line and 2 as my line. I can research, that's high side of 5. And I can be needy, and that's deemed the positive side, my line to 2. No, but how does it show up? For me, it'll show up by not taking care of myself. So my friends or family will step in to help me because I won't ask for help. So that's a type of neediness of 2. So yes, just that'll shift your perspective more than any other thing if you understand that you have to look at 1 and 2.
Oh, so take growth strategies from both arrows rather than just, and also I can do that for all 3 of my types, right? 4,
Absolutely.
7. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
And thank you.